everyone, welcome back to Patshala and welcome to the part 7. Yes, and when I say part 7, this is the final part of the human excretory system. Before I start with this final part, I must say how exciting this journey has been, right, guys? We all can agree. We learned about the most complex systems right away from the start, the whole excretory products, the excretory systems in different kind of organisms, the different structures that we had so much difficulty to understand throughout our academic life. Then we also understood how about this counter current mechanism works, and in the last video we also talked about all the complex endocrine and regulatory mechanisms that actually lead to the proper functioning of our renal system. I know those of you are on the first time directly starting from this video. I know I have given you a lot of fear of missing out. So the only recommended solution here would be go back to those 6 videos. Please watch them carefully. Please go through them. They are all interesting concepts that will actually help you build a greater foundation to understand what we are going to discuss today. So yes, now without a further delay, let's begin. But before I start explaining you about the human urinary system, let me introduce myself to you. So my name is Aditi Goyal. I am a final year MBBS student at RUHSCMS Jaipur. I am myself a biology student and I have been teaching biology from past 5 years, and I'm also been a NEET educator. So yes, guys, let's start with the final drill of the human excretory system. So guys, let's talk about micturition. Micturition is the process of passing urine. So next time when you have to tell somebody I have to go pee, rather say I have to micturate. This will definitely creep them out. But yeah, it's worth trying. And also try, let's talk about the characteristics of the urine that we have. So guys, let's first talk about the micturition reflex. You must have gone through that and you all would relate. Suddenly you get that reflex when you feel like I have to pee, right? You don't right away pee there, but you can start feeling, you know when you have to pee, right? It just suddenly doesn't happen. So that is the micturition reflex. When you go into the washroom, when you actually start the process, the bladder, your bladder is a very distensible structure. When it's completely filled, the stress receptors, the stretch receptors, it cannot stretch furthermore, then they get triggered and they send a signal to your brain, to your central nervous system, which leads to the contraction of your smooth muscles of the bladder, and your sphincter, urinary sphincter gets relaxed and the urine is passed, right? So what is the daily output to the urine? It's around, normally is 1 to 1.5 liters. Lesser than that is also a problem. More than that is also a problem, and that shows there is some problem that is happening at some point in your urinary system. And guys, do you remember when we started this process, when we talked about glomerulus, the urine output was supposed to be 180 liters, and how we came in here? So yes, that journey has been talked about in all the videos. So again, recommending you please go and check them out. So, what are the characteristics of this urine? Well, it's light yellow in color. If it is even darker, guys, again, it is a sign of disease. It's a watery fluid and it's slightly acidic on side. Its pH is around 6.0. The water load is around 25-30 gram. What is waste load? Around 25 to 30 gram of urea is excreted per day. And what are the clinical diagnoses? What are the diseases you can diagnose just by your urine sample? Well, I think one of the most famous diseases we all know about is diabetes mellitus, right? Diabetes mellitus, we have also talked about, guys, in the chapter of chemical control and coordination. So if you want to understand it in detail, I recommend going you back to that video. But here in brief, diabetes mellitus basically means increase in blood sugar levels. And when the blood sugar levels increase, it also goes in urine. So urine will also have elevated amount of sugars. So that is called glycosuria. The urine has glucose. And there is ketonuria. Why there is ketonuria? When glucose is in excess but my body cannot utilize it, my body starts breaking down fat. And when fat is broken down, ketone bodies are produced. And these ketone bodies are also excreted in the urine. So we see ketonuria as well. So glycosuria and ketonuria just by our urine sample gives us the diagnosis of diabetes mellitus. Okay, but guys, is only kidney the organ of excretion? Well, the answer is no. Kidney is the primary organ of excretion, but there are other organs in our body take active role in the waste removal. So let's quickly talk about those as well. Lungs. another very important organ for removing waste products. Yes, all the harmful gases, they remove carbon dioxide, approximately 200 ml per minute. And also, along with carbon dioxide, moves out significant quantities of water. Your liver. My liver also excretes? Yes, it secretes bile. Bile contains bilirubin. Bilirubin is the degradation product, breakdown product of your hemoglobin, biliverdin, cholesterol, and also your degraded hormones. All the steroid hormones, all the fat hormones are broken down in liver, and it's eliminated via your digestive waste, your fecus. Yes, then your skin, it has sweat glands. Yes, it's also taking out waste. So it secretes a watery fluid with salt, urea, lactic acid, and its primary function is to cool down your body. When the sweat evaporates, it leaves a cooling sensation. Also, your skin has sebaceous glands, which eliminates sterols, hydrocarbons, and waxes through the sebum. Okay. Now, as we talked about, there can be a lot of things when the excretory system can cause problems. So, what are the usual disorders that we encounter? The first one is uremia. What is uremia? As the name describes, whenever you guys, a little trick for you, a tip for you is whenever you see a word ending with emia, it indirectly indicates it's there in the blood. So, what it means is urea in the blood. Why there will be by urea in blood? It should go through our kidney. So basically my kidneys are not working. So yes, uremia means accumulation of urea in blood due to kidney malfunction. And as we read in our very first class, urea is highly toxic. But yes, less toxic than ammonia, but still accumulating urea above certain levels is extremely harmful. The solution for this, when your kidneys stop functioning, we have to use an artificial system that is known as hemodialysis. Hemodialysis are basically artificial kidneys. Blood is pumped through a cellophane tube in a dialysing fluid. A dialysing fluid has no nitrogenous waste. Something which this fluid will not have, it will draw. So it basically draws all the nitrogenous waste through your blood and filters out all the waste to clear the urea. Another possible disorder is renal calculi. Renal calculi are stones or insoluble masses of crystallized salts, salts like oxalates. Oxalates come into your body when you eat the green leafy vegetables. Since our body cannot destroy the oxalates, they are secreted as stones or insoluble masses. When these stones increase in size, they can block your ureters and actually cause severe pain. And then we have glomerulonephritis. Glomerulonephritis is inflammation of the glomeruli of the kidney. All right, ma'am. Now I understand. So yes, guys, with this video, now I mark the end of this whole entire journey of excretory system. I hope you all found it exciting and worth your time. And I know since you all of you saw it so interesting, I would also like to say if you are looking for a complete study solution like this, you need to check out Pathshala. They offer one-on-one live classes, instant doubt solving, and premium study materials that cover all grades and all boards. It's basically like having a tutor in your pocket. To get started, just download the app using the link in the description box. Search for the subject you want to learn, and they will connect you with the best tutors in the country. Seriously, go check it out. The link is right there in the description box. Also, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such helpful and interesting content we'll keep producing. Please, guys, share this video with your friends, those of you who might be finding this chapter so hard, this video series. And yes, please keep coming back, please keep studying, and all the best.